Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello, everybody on YouTube. Hello, everybody on Instagram. Welcome. So, tonight we are going to talk about the difference, like when to use to and for. Okay? So, for you guys who are just showing up, who are joining us right now, my name is Karen. I'm an English teacher with Tim and Karen, and I've been an English teacher for over 20 years, ok? And hoje à noite, né, eu vou falar sobre a diferença entre o to e o for. Por quê? Porque as duas preposições são preposições muito, digamos assim, não vou dizer que elas são similares, elas têm o mesmo significado e por causa disso, muitos de vocês acabam cometendo um errinho, tá? Como assim a gente comete um errinho? Vocês cometem um errinho. É muito comum eu ouvir alunos utilizar o for quando deveria ser o to, por exemplo. Então é isso que eu quero trazer para vocês nessa noite, nessa minha Thursday Night Live with Karen, que é quando que eu uso for e quando que eu uso o to. When do I use for and when do I use to? Então, vocês devem saber, com certeza, o que significa o for, né? Isso eu não duvido. For significa para, alright? E o to também. Então, vamos abrir aqui a minha apresentaçãozinha. Então, aqui, to and for are both prepositions in the English language, but they're used in different ways and have distinct meanings. Okay? Before we move on here with the number one, what do I want to... No, it's with the number one. Sorry, guys. But before I say this here, what I want to tell you is this. Quando a gente pensa num verbo em sua forma básica, when we think about a verb in its base form, right? Let's think about the most famous verb in the English language. The one verb you learn over and over and over again. It's the verb, I'm sure you guessed it correctly, it's the verb to be, right? So, we are used to saying to be, né? A gente tá acostumado, to be. Parece que se a gente só falar o be, tá faltando alguma coisa. But, just like the verb to be, all the other verbs have to in their base form. So we say to play, to do, to try, to buy, to run, to walk, to talk, to speak, okay? So all the verbs have their base form, have to in their base form, all right? What does that mean? It's an indicator that is the infinitive, ok? Então, o to, junto com o verbo, é um indicador de que é o infinitivo. O que é o infinitivo? São aqueles verbos that we end, that finished with R, er. Brincar, pular, saltar, andar, ser, estar, right? So, every verb that has the to, it means that it is in the infinitive. All right? So, what I want to say here with this explanation Hello, Fabio. Good evening. Is that the verb, the preposition to? Here's a funny explanation. Once my English teacher said that verbs cannot be together. Okay, verbs cannot be together because they fight. Okay, verbs fight. So in between the verbs, we need to add to. So let me give you an example here. Let me put it in a different color so you guys can visualize what I'm talking about. So if you want to take a look just at what I'm going to write down here, you guys, to have a visual, you can guys jump over to YouTube. Okay. Here on Instagram, you just have to imagine. Of course, I'm going to say the sentence out loud. Pardon me, I'm still coughing as if I'm a smoker, but I'm not. I promise you guys I don't smoke. So here's an example. My goodness, it's like everything has escaped me right now and I cannot think of anything. I hate it. I hate when these kind of things happen. Hello, Marcus. How are you tonight? Um, mhm. Here, I just woke up to go to the bathroom. All right, so I just woke up to go to the bathroom. Okay, so here we have a phrasal verb. Okay, so I have wake up, woke up. It's a phrasal verb, so it's still entitled to being a verb, an action. Okay, and go, which is another action. So it is common for people to say, for example, oh, I woke up for go to the bathroom, right? I've heard many people say it like that, né? Eu já ouvi muitas pessoas dizerem nesse formato, ai, usar o for ao invés do to. Mas não, como eu tenho aqui dois verbos, since I have two verbs, I have to use the preposition to in between them, ok? E se vocês pararem para analisar, if you stop to analyze, pay attention to my sentence right now. If you stop to analyze, there you go. If you stop to analyze, sorry guys, the second verb is in the infinitive form. My keyboard is not working properly today. Infinitive form, okay? So, what do I mean? Didn't I just say that the base form is the infinitive, are, er, ir, né? Eu acabei de falar, explicar, que a forma base do verbo é o infinitivo, are, er, ir. Então, ele vem sempre com o to. E é basicamente isso. If I just woke up to go to the bathroom, right? So I just woke up to go. Eu acabei de acordar para ir ao banheiro, certo? If you stop to analyze, look at here. If you stop to analyze, se você parar para analisar, again, it's in the infinitive. That's why we'll always use to, ok? Por isso que a gente fala assim, two verbs together, they'll clash, okay? They'll fight. There are some exceptions to the rule, okay? I'm sure you all know that, but that's subject for another time, ok? Né, existem alguns verbos que você pode utilizá-los sem o to. E esses são geralmente verbos que indicam algo, que expressam algum tipo de sentimento. Ou seja, o verbo seguinte, apesar da tradução ser infinitiva, a gente vai adicionar o ing. Mas isso é um assunto para uma outra aula, para um outro dia. Let's focus on these two prepositions. So, this is one of the most important points I wanted to bring to you guys tonight. Porque utilizar o for aqui onde deveria ser o to, it's very common. Okay, it's a common mistake. And how do you fix that? By practicing English, by listening, by singing songs, by watching movies and series in English, ok? Então, criem o hábito. If you want to be fluent in English, have the habit of practicing English. At least a little bit every day. Não adianta se você pensar assim, mas eu já estudo inglês, eu faço inglês em tal lugar, eu vou 2 vezes na semana, por aí deu. Don't think that that's enough. It's not. So you have to have the discipline to practice on your own, to listen to music and sing along with it, watch movies and series in English with English subtitles or no subtitles preferably. Okay, so you have to practice. When you practice, when you listen, when you are in the environment of listening, of practicing English, of being living, immersing yourself in the English language, then you have these little mistakes fixed. Porque você se acostuma com a fala, com aquela estrutura, que você automaticamente corrige. Exatamente, José. Sem a contextualização. E olha assim, sem contextualização é difícil chegar à fluência. Eu te digo uma coisa que eu estava falando para um aluno nosso esses dias atrás, né? Quando ele virou pro Tim e falou assim, Tim, quantas vezes na semana devo eu revisar o vocabulário daquilo que eu tô aprendendo? Né? Eu tenho meu caderninho onde eu anoto tudo e tal. When to review this vocabulary? Once a week, twice a week? Should I practice it more? É importante revisar aquilo que você já estudou? Óbvio, né? Quando a gente estava na escola, a gente ia para a prova. Antes da prova, o professor sempre fazia a revisão pra gente, né, relembrar. A gente esquece, a gente aprendeu, não praticou, esquece. Isso é comum, isso é normal. Agora, outro ponto muito importante é você não se preocupar tanto com vocabulário que não faz parte do seu dia a dia, tá certo? Então, por exemplo, você gosta de assistir TED Talks, aí você assistiu um TED Talk muito científico com umas palavras mirabolantes. É interessante você pesquisar to understand. It's very important for you to understand the context. But knowing word for word, is it going to make a difference in your life? Não. É como se eu pegasse, como se eu fosse querer ensinar termos médicos para uma pessoa que trabalha com agricultura. Aqueles termos médicos serão relevantes para aquela pessoa? Não. Então, vocês têm que contextualizar, entender o vocabulário daquilo que faz sentido para você no seu dia a dia, tá? And practice, and practice, and practice, and practice. Now, coming back here to the difference between for and to. Now that I got this out of my system, okay, so this is an expression. So guys, write it down. Okay, I'm going to type here in the comments to get this out of my system. Okay, I'm going to type it down here for people who is following me on YouTube. To get it out of my system. So what does this mean, to get out of my system? Whenever there's something that bothers me, that annoys me, like the pet peeve Tim explained a few Tuesdays ago, when it means that when you get something out of your system, you're just like, there, I said it, pronto, falei, entendeu? Então, essa era uma das coisinhas, é uma das coisas que muitas vezes eu não vou corrigir na lata assim, porque eu não quero travar o aluno, não quero bloquear o aluno, mas é uma das coisas que... Gente, me perdoa, eu não quero bloquear ninguém, tá? Mas é uma das coisas que às vezes acaba deixando a gente, me deixando um pouco, it's a little pet peeve of mine. Fabio said a very good, an interesting comment here. Don't spend your time with ancient English in original Shakespeare. Romeo, Romeo, where art thou, my Romeo? Okay, don't waste your time with ancient English. Very good, Fabio. So, continuing here. So, to is commonly used to indicate direction or destination. For example, so every time you think about to, it means that you have something going from point A to point B. So, it usually comes right after a verb that indicates a type of movement. Here's my example. I'm going to the store. Okay, I am going right now. I'm acting. This is my action. I'm going to the store. Here's another example. Susan is talking to her mother about going away this weekend. Okay, so Susan is talking to her mother. So talk, it doesn't necessarily show movement, but there's the intention, the idea that the sound of my voice is coming out of my mouth and getting to your ear. So point A, point B. Okay, to. Carlos rides his bike to work every day. Okay, so Carlos is a very conscientious person. He doesn't want to pollute the environment, so he rides his bike to work every day. Okay, so point A to point B. It is also used to express the recipient of an action. Okay, so pay attention to this example here. I'm giving this gift to you. Ok? Nesse caso, eu estou expressando o receptor dessa ação. Então, seja dar, I'm giving this to you, I'm talking to you, né? É o receptor da ação. I borrowed, no, I lent money to you. Eu emprestei dinheiro para você, tá? Então, a pessoa é um receptor. Let me put this other example here. So, I lent money to you a few years ago and you never paid me back. So caloteiro. I'm just joking. So I lent money to you. So, né, eu te emprestei dinheiro. Você é o receptor desse dinheiro que eu emprestei. Então, to you. Ok? Now, let's go to for, né? Eu falei aqui, eu não posso usar for nessas duas situações aqui, quando eu tenho dois verbos, correto? Eu não posso falar I woke up for go to the bathroom. No, I have to say I woke up to go to the bathroom. Or if you stop for analyze, não. Se você parar, para, né? Não. If you stop to analyze. So now let's see, how do we actually use for? Okay, so for is used to show a purpose, intention, or benefit. For example, I'm studying for an exam. So the intention of me to be studying is to do an exam. So here I have a noun for an exam, an object. Okay, so this is a noun, substantivo. I'm studying for an exam. How can I rewrite the sentence? Using to. Is it possible to rewrite the sentence using to? Yes, it is. By adding a verb, by adding an action to it. So why am I studying? I'm studying for an exam. Why am I studying? I'm studying to do or to take an exam. So in this case, I have two verbs and I have to add to in the middle. So here I go. I'm studying to do an exam. Okay, so study is a verb, do is a verb. So what we do? We add to. Exam is a noun. É um substantivo. So we can use for, porque eu estou intencionando a minha ação, tá certo? Qual que é a minha intenção de estudar? Para um exame. Por que eu estou estudando? I'm studying to do. Eu estou estudando para fazer um exame. Ok? Aqui, por exemplo, aqui em cima eu virei I'm giving this gift to you. Tá certo? Aqui eu estou expressando o receptor da minha ação. In this case, it's to give. I'm giving a gift, a present to you. I can also say this gift, let me switch here. Very good, my pleasure, Jose. I'm glad my tips are helping you out today. So here, let me just switch was. This gift is for you. In this case here, nesse caso, eu tirei o gift, eu troquei o give pelo is. Porque eu peguei esse presente, é para você. Então, a intenção do gift, I have a noun, I have actually a pronoun here. This is for you. A intenção para você. Isso é para você. Ok? Another thing, it can also indicate the duration or a specific period of time. Então, no primeiro caso, o for ele tem sentido de para. Já o duration of time, or period of time, a specific period of time, when we use for, it means por. Okay? So here is our example. I'll be on vacation for a week, meaning that I will be traveling, I'll be at home, I don't know, but it will last. The duration is a week, tá? É muito comum a gente ver o for também quando a gente tem o present perfect, porque o present perfect ele indica muitas vezes quando nós estamos falando de algo que começou no passado, ela continua no presente e a gente quer falar, eu trabalho aqui há tantos anos, a gente usa o for, né? I have worked here for so many years. Então, o for e o since, eles são, digamos assim, entre aspas, sinônimos, né? Let me give you another example here. Antes que eu confunda a cabeça dos seis. Certo? Each president serves, president, not then. Each president serves a term for 4 years, ok? Então, assim, quando a gente fala do tempo de presidência, né, que um presidente, ele conduz, administra o país, a gente usa esse termo, term. Term quer dizer um termo, a term, um período, eu nem sei como que falaria isso em português, honestamente. Mas a term in the presidency, it's 4 years. A term, first term, second term. Okay, so each president serves a term for 4 years. Né? So he can renew for another, that he can be re-elected for another 4 years. He, she can be re-elected for another 4 years. Ok? Então, por 4 anos. Ele serve por 4 anos e pode ser reeleito por mais 4 anos. And then he has to leave. This is true for us here in Brazil, hopefully, for the next years. It won't change. In the United States as well. So, a president can only serve 2 terms of 4 years. So, he will serve for 4 years. Okay? Neymar, I'm guessing, guys, I don't follow football, I don't follow soccer, so I'm just throwing out a number. I'm just gonna be like, you know, some people out there in the politics that like to make up numbers to make us look bad. So, Neymar just signed a contract to play with his team, because I have no idea what team he is playing, né? Eu acho que ele já saiu do Paris Saint-Germain, não sei para onde ele tá jogando agora. Para vocês verem como eu não sigo futebol. But Neymar just signed a contract to play with his team for 3 years. okay? Oops. For 3 years. So it indicates a specific period of time. All right? Well, guys, this is it for tonight. Eu espero que vocês tenham aproveitado essa dica, tenham compreendido um pouquinho melhor essa diferença entre o for e o to. Porque acontece, não fiquem presos, tipo, ai meu Deus, ai a Karen, a teacher Karen disse que eu tenho que usar o to, mas como que era? Não fiquem presos nisso, não, tá? Falem errado, mas falem, né? Não tem aquele ditado, falem mal de mim, mas falem de mim. Nesse caso falem errado, mas falem, se expressem, não tenham medo de falar. Porque com o tempo vocês vão ajustando as coisinhas ali, as coisinhas vão se encaixando e quando vocês menos esperarem, you're speaking. Alright, guys? Thank you so much for being here. This is it for Thursday Night Live with Karen. One from English with Tim and Karen. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.